Thank you. And here are your starting lineups. Starting with the visitors from West High. Number 1, Gates Davis. And for your Falcons, a 5'8" freshman, number 2, Nia Chandler. For West High, number 2, Kiara Albright. And for your Falcons, a 5'4" junior, number 10, Corey Grayson. For West High, number 11, and for your Falcons, a 5'6" freshman, number 12, Desani Jackson. For West High, number 22, Rihanna Asamone. And for your Falcons, a 5'9" freshman, number 33, Kayla Christmas. And for West High, number 33, Daisy Putnam. And for your Falcons, a junior, number 22, Brooklyn Williams. West High is coached by Kevin Jolly. Your Falcons by Mr. King Palmer.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Heights High School tonight for the matchup between the West High Pioneers and the Wichita Heights Falcons. I am Mr. Kelly. I'm commentating the game today. We have student Kayla Bartlett running the camera switcher, so he'll be switching between the two different camera views. We've got Mr. Jared out running the scoreboard overlay over there. This is my student that was supposed to commentate with me. Not sure where he's at tonight. But we're underway here with the girls varsity game, and the visitor team, Wichita West, gets the tip. There is no more tip ball in high school basketball, so the first tie-up, it looks like it's going to be going to the Heights Falcons. We got a lot of cheerleaders here tonight. Good crowd with the cheerleaders down there. You see the Heights High cheerleaders right there on your screen in the red, and then when we switch to the other camera, looks like a really dark maroon of the West High Pioneers with the, and I believe the basketball uniforms are black. They are not maroon, they are black. So Heights will be in white and mainly red, white with red and black stripes, and then West High is black with white stripes and the maroon and gold trim letters. Now Heights does something a little bit different. They started. Starters for the Falcons is freshman Nia Chandler, junior Corey Grayson, freshman Deshawnee Jackson, junior Brooklyn Williams, and freshman Layla Chrisman. So some of their star players, they didn't even start tonight, starting some of those younger girls to give them an opportunity to experience to see how it is to start the game and get the name called out there. And looks like that's going to be a travel right there. Travel against the Pioneers, Daisy Putman. And here we go. Try to get off the screen right there. Just a turnover right there for Corey Grayson. Still no points for either team. Here's a steal right here for Nia Chandler, and she's going to get it blocked. Nice block there for the Pioneers, number 2, Kiari Albright. A 5'7" sophomore went up there and blocked that one. Grayson for three. Gonna just a little bit short. Looks like it was right on target. I'm like sitting right behind that shot, and it looked like it was going in. It was just a little bit too short. And it looks like Height's going to get the ball. Jasani Jackson throwing it out here down in the corner. And it looks like there's going to be Heights substitution. This is their normal starters coming into the game that have been starting most of the games. Number 4, Maya Mayberry. Number 0, Kayana Stanley. Number 5, Marlasia Ziegler. 24, Takia Prophet. And number 1, Lanaya Randall. Stanley warming up for sure. She's got 3 points. Nice little three-pointer right there for Kayana Stanley. And looks like just losing it out of bounds there. That's correction. That is Brianni Asamonye. Just dribbled it right off her foot. Getting it out over the corner to Randall. Back up to the top to Stanley. Mayberry on the opposite side. West High playing a good zone defense right here. Really trying to push it to the outside. There's Ziegler for 3 in the corner. In and out. No good. Rebound there for number 1, Kaisha Davis. And it looks like Takia Prophet's going to be picking up the first foul for the night. Here's Asamonye bringing it up for the Pioneers, getting ready to be a trap here for Stanley. Stanley comes up from behind and going to tie her up, Stanley and Mayberry. And jump ball is going to go to West High. And Randall gets the steal as they try to throw it in. Randall's just going to go in with a nice, easy lay-in left-hander. 2 points there for Lanaya Randall. Can't pick up the dribble too early, and she does. That's Albright picking her dribble up too early, and another jump ball going to Heights. There's Randall on the outside. Usually she looks to shoot that 3, but decides to pass it up and gets it to another player. There's another look right there for Ziegler. Randall inside, trying to go for it and stepping out of bounds. Randall just thought she got fouled or something, or she just went ahead and went to the other side of the court. But now she turns around and realizes it's Heights ball. The West defender, I believe that was Putman, realized she was standing out of bounds when she touched it. There's Randall. Ziegler backing it out, starting things over here. 4:45 remaining here in the first quarter. And Randall gets it blocked. And there's a 3. Way off the mark air ball there for Stanley. She's like, what just happened there? She usually doesn't do that. She's one of their top three-point shooters, and she just missed that one completely. She was kind of laughing at herself there too, so. Randall with the steal. Puts the move on, taking it to the hole, off the glass a little bit too hard. West High pushes it up, but just can't track it down. It's going to go out of bounds. Trying to get that ball there to Sabonye Pena. She just couldn't catch up to it. Substitution, Nike Harmon. Number 30 checking in. Apologize if I'm saying that name wrong. I believe that's the way you say it. Here's inside. Looks like it's going to be a travel right there. That's a Putman underneath. Took a few too many steps. Turnover. Going back to the Falcons. Still not very high-scoring game here. 5-0 just in the first quarter. Mayberry pushing it up. Stanley has a wide-open three. A little bit too strong. Randall underneath. She takes it back up. Randall off the glass for 2 more. She's got 4 points. Heights looking to get the half-court trap, and they do. Stanley with a nice pass all the way up to Randall. Heck of a pass there for Stanley. As Randall gets 2 more, she's now got 6. Great unselfish play right there as Stanley gets the steal and sees Lanaya running up the court and just throws it right between 2 players. Great pass. Here's the steal for Profit. Profit looking to push it up. And nice little unselfish play for Stanley as she tries to get it back to Randall. Finally, she saves it. Oh, great passing all the way around. Mayberry to Randall. Nice assist there for Mayberry. Randall's got 2 more. So 2:43 here remaining in the first quarter. Heights jumps out to 11-0 lead. Well, Heights, Coach Palmer didn't have much to say to the Heights players. They've been playing very well here to start off this first quarter. And West coach Kevin Jolly takes all the time he can to talk to his players to get them back out to understand. And they're only coming out with 4. Okay, there's the 5th one. There was 4 out there, and one of them finally realized that she's supposed to be in the game. So she jumped back out there, and here we go. Heights continue to put in that pressure on, just going to be thrown out of bounds. A little bit too much there. I believe that's number 30, Harmon. I believe that's Nikki Harmon. Stanley inside. Oh, I thought it might have been a double dribble. There's Takia Profit with the short little jumper, no good. Randall underneath gets the rebound. She's going to pull it back out and start it over. Mayberry for 3, in and out. Randall, 1 more rebound. Stanley, in and out. Randall's doing a heck of a job of getting some rebounds, giving it to her teammates, being a team player. I'd love to see that from Lanaya Randall. Not that she doesn't do that all the time. She's just really looking for other players tonight especially. Great pass here, looking up to Stanley. Stanley's going to pop and stop. I guess it's stop and pop, my fault. And didn't get it to fall and just kind of throws it away right there. That's Albright. Get it to Stanley with the lay-in off the glass, no good. Mayberry with the rebound. She's going to pull it back out. And Mayberry knocks it down for 3. Again, another assist for Randall. I'd love to see the assist that Randall has already tonight. She's had several of them. We don't keep that stat here. We're just trying to keep track of the points. And goes out of bounds there. And here comes the starters for tonight. Corey Grayson, number 22, Brooklyn Williams, number 33, Layla Chrisman, number 12, Jasani Jackson, and number 2, Nia Chandler. And these are the girls who started this game. And again, Heights did not have, or West did not have enough players to field a JV game. So this is the only girls game there is. So that could be a good reason why maybe Coach Palmer decided to start some of his JV players. And that's going to be, that was a turnover. I guess it was a jump ball, and possession area was going towards West. So they'll switch that up. Their air will go back the other way. And going to be a blocking foul there for number 2, Nia Chandler. Chandler picks up her first, team second there. Still no fouls for the Pioneers. 30 seconds remaining here in the first half. Correction, first quarter. Got to look for the 5-second rule. There's the, trying to get the steal is Grayson, but saving it, getting it back is Tajanique Thomas, number 3. And still nobody's tying it up. Finally gets tied up and going to be Heights ball. Trying to get it inside. That's Williams. Williams back out to Grayson. Grayson throws it up with the left hand. Little running jumper for Grayson. Can't get it to fall. And trying to save it, but stepping out of bounds over there is Jasani Jackson for Heights. It's so hard to see the West High numbers. They've got the black jerseys and they got the dark maroon numbers and a small little gold trim around it. So I apologize for not getting those names called in correctly very well. That's Asamonye coming back in, number 22. She just checked back in, who just dribbles it off her foot. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Heights 14, West 0.
It will be West High ball. Be West High's ball to start the second quarter.
And there's a turnover there for the Falcons. And looks like that's going to be there's a three-point basket there for Stanley. Well, with me, I got a little guest speaker here. I found somebody just standing in the stands. Mr. Valdez, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good, thank you, Mr. Kelly.
There's another 2 points there for Mayberry. Well, you're just standing over there, and Mr. Valdez is one of our teachers here. Used to coach basketball. I was like, well, come on over. Let's talk some basketball, and let's call a little bit of basketball game here.
I'm over here sweating like I'm in the actual game. Mr. Kelly's putting me out here like this, and I sit at home and commentate all day long and try to predict the plays.
Well, and we're teachers, right? We can sit here and talk anything. There's a nice little basket there for the Pioneers. That is, I'm trying to see the number. That's Pena. She gets her first 2 points, and the first 2 points for the Pioneers.
Well, I know that these young women from West are not going to give up, even though that may be their first basket.
No, absolutely. They're going to keep working, and that's the thing about high school athletics, in my opinion, is that it shows some perseverance and shows some hard work and dedication to something. And
It'll pay off.
It'll pay off in the end, absolutely.
Yes, I agree.
Mr. Valdez, and you coached basketball for Heights for several years.
Yeah, about 10 years.
When were you coaching for Heights?
Wow, I coached.
Can you remember those years back then?
Man, I coached from about 2002 to 2012.
So you were with Coach Auer.
Yeah, and
Was it always boys?
Always boys.
Okay.
And had a great time. I miss coaching the boys.
Stanley for 2 more. What do you miss about the basketball game itself? Or you just miss being around the game?
I miss being around the game.
Yeah,
I miss
yeah.
hanging out with the young men. I miss teaching basketball as well as life lessons that go along with learning the sport.
I think that's a big part of it right there. There's Stanley for 2 more. Or correction, that's Randall for 2 more. But that's one thing about high school athletics is the teach them to grow up to be young women in this case, grow them to be here's Takia Prophet with the lay-in, scoring 2 more points there for Takia Prophet. And it's going to be a timeout. And at the we'll be right back with Mr. Valdez. I'll give him a break. I just kind of brought him in here. He didn't even know what he was doing, actually. But, Mr. Valdez, we're going to take a little break, and we're going to let the cheerleaders cheer a little bit. We'll be right back.
All right.
Referee was like, let's start this. And we lost a camera. I'll be right back, Mr. Valdez. We've lost a camera. I got to check one of our connections,
no. I've got
possibly.
some big shoes to fill here. Okay, West High has the inbound. There's a jump ball call. This right here is my introduction to sports broadcasting, something I thought I always wanted to do, but it's a little tougher than I thought, Mr. Kelly.
Well, I appreciate it, Mr. Valdez. I'm back. We got our camera back, so we'll be able to switch. But I was supposed to have a student show up today, and I don't know what happened. I haven't heard from him. And but Antonio Rankin has usually helped me. I don't know if you know Antonio or not.
Number 10.
Yeah, number 10 there. Oh.
Is that Corey Grayson?
Corey Grayson with the bucket there. Let me turn that crowd noise. We got a microphone down over there for the crowd noise. That's where you hear the crowd noise coming from.
Okay.
And I can turn the volume up and down on that crowd noise.
Well,
and
I have about 3 or 4 students that I'm actually seeing for the first time.
Well, see, and that's kind of what I was thinking too. I was like, I haven't seen you at most of the games before,
yeah.
And I was like, I bet you there's somebody down there that he has in class. Who are some of the players you have in class?
I have Maya Mayberry. As soon as I came in, I watched her hit that 3.
Yes, she did hit that 3 earlier.
I have Jasani Jackson in class.
Okay.
And Marlasia Ziegler, I don't have in class currently. I had her as a freshman. I grew up with her father playing basketball. Biddy.
Yes. Yeah. And she's got a brother that's on the boys team.
Yes.
And nice 3 there for number 12.
That's Jasani Jackson.
Jasani Jackson for 3. So you tomorrow in class. You have her in class, right? I go back at this time on the YouTube channel and listen to me. I called your name.
I called that 3 for you, Jasani. I knew you were going to hit it. I knew she was going to hit it just because she has on that number 12.
Was that your number?
That was my old number.
There you go.
Oh, I would have caught. Well,
almost.
She's going to get the 2. There she is.
Nice off the glass point there for Jasani. But yeah, it's a 32-2 lead here early in the second quarter, and. Like I said, Heights started all of their if you look at the starters on there, they started pretty much their freshmen. Jasani, I believe, started.
Yeah.
She was one of the starters, doesn't really get the start, but what I was saying earlier, they canceled the JV girls game. West High didn't have enough to field a JV team or a C team.
Okay.
So that's why they're only playing just the girls varsity game only. And I think that's probably what Coach Palmer wanted to do. That's why he kind of probably started his JV players.
Well, that's good that he's able to do that for the young ladies, and as well the regular starters are able to sacrifice that time for their teammates. That says a lot about
agree.
them.
I think it's cool too. I mean, the first time that you get your name called, and when they call the starting lineup, and you get to run out and shake hands and stuff like that, that's always a cool thing.
It is.
And with the public address announcer saying it, we wish that there was this gym was filled with 1,000 people, but
yes, we do.
It's filled with about 30.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, there's more people on the court with all the cheerleaders and the coaches and the people.
There are more people down there than in the stands.
Than in the stands. Yeah, there's
unfortunately.
Yes. We're still at the point right now with here comes most of their original starters.
Original starters.
Yeah, they're top players that mostly start the game. They're back in there. So, Valdez, what do you think? What do you think about next week? We get to have kids in class and I mean, what's your opinions? I mean,
my opinion is that I'm looking forward to meeting the young adults that I'm going to work with on a daily basis. But at the same time, it's scary. So that's as nice as I can say it.
Yeah, and I think the one of the scary parts about it is that I'm going to be trying to almost have two different type of lessons I'm trying to teach, or I'm doing two different things because I've got kids in my class.
Yes.
And then I've got kids at home.
Remote.
And then later in the week, some of those kids that are at home are going to be in class, and the kids that I had class on Monday and Tuesday are going to be at home.
Yeah.
That's what's going to be the weird part about it, and how does all that work out and class-wise?
Hey, I'm the only male in the English department, and I have a lovely group of women that are willing to share and help me in any way that I need to make my job easier, because it's going to be a challenge.
It is. It's going to be a challenge for sure to do this, and
yes.
I think it's better than not having kids at all.
I agree,
for
100%.
sure. I think there's some kids that really need the benefit of being in class and being around and having that structure. I feel like for me, like right now, there's so many kids out there that are just logging in, and then I never really hear from them. I try to reach out to them. They're just not there. I kick them out of the meeting to try to call them back. They don't come back. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Email them. They don't respond. They're always there for roll call.
This is what I tell them, Mr. Kelly. We can only lead them to the water. We can't drink it for them.
Oh, my gosh. I'm writing that one down. That's a great analogy right there.
Man, I sit in my class and literally give answers to study guides, and kids still don't turn it in.
The kids who want the help that are doing well, they ask for it. They come back all the time. Yep, all the time. Looks like we got a free throw here at the I can't see that number. I want to say, is that 30? There's a 0.
There's a 0. Might be 10. I'm not sure. No, it's 20.
20. That is Sanseria Gaiden. Sansere? Man, that's a tough one.
That is a tough one.
Yeah, we're just going to go Sanseria Gaiden.
Yes.
She missed both of those free throws. Oh, block right there from
Maya Mayberry.
Mayberry with the block.
I'll see her in third hour tomorrow.
What classes are you teaching right now?
I have 2 freshman English classes, and I have a women's literature class that I'm enjoying teaching right now. Starting next Monday, I'll have 3 freshman classes.
3 freshman classes.
Back to back.
Oh, my gosh. There you go.
Oh, my goodness,
That was Stanley for 3 missing it, and Randall gets the lay in. Well, one of my talking basketball here, we always used to do the faculty game, and I know, and we played, and you're a good player. And we were all old teachers, This was, 10 years ago when this happened or something? And you blew out your knee at the faculty game.
I had to get wheeled off the court by our buddy Kylie Henderson.
Oh, my gosh.
The kids thought it was a joke and it was all planned, but it was real.
It was real. I remember after that you were hurting. You looked like you were in pain, and I felt so bad for you. But
I had the Forrest Gump brace on and everything, man. I had to Well, Matt, I remember you when you went to Northwest as a quarterback, man. We all had our glory days.
Yeah, we all had our glory days, and we're over those now for sure. It's just like I love that song. You're only as good as once as you always were.
That's right.
That was about it. The old good Western country Western song. So, We're almost here to halftime. Mr. Valdez, I appreciate you for
Man.
stopping in. I'm not going to make you stay for the second half.
I have a curfew anyway. I have those papers to grade.
There you go. Get ready for finals. We got finals the next couple days. So, and I'm going to get over here to play the Palmy
I
music.
enjoy it, Mr. Kelly.
I
Thank you
appreciate
for having
it.
me,
Yes,
sir.
thank you.
All right.
We'll turn on the we have to turn off the music for the Palmies because of copyright violations. You will be able to see them dance, but they'll share that probably on their social media networks and stuff like that. So,
welcome to the floor, the Wichita Heights Pommies. Tonight they will be performing to Cold Heart.
And we're back for the start of the second half. I appreciate Mr. Valdez for being there with us at the end of that first half. And now I've got Mr. Jaredat. What's up, Mr. Jaredat?
How's it going?
Mr. Jaredat is one of our football coaches, and he's actually running the scoreboard overlay that you see down at the bottom of the screen. 8 minutes on the clock, Mr. Jaredat. There you go. He's got it ready to go. And like I said, we're missing our student commentator that was supposed to be here tonight, missing him. And have another student that doesn't like to be on with his voice, but likes to be here and help out, and we appreciate Caleb for being here. He's kind of switching between the two different views, so as it goes from one camera to the next, Caleb is doing that. Trying to catch my breath as I ran back up here. That's my other crowd's not on. There we go. Turn up the crowd noise just a little bit. You can probably hear a lot of the crowd noise through our headphones with the sound. There's a steal there for Nia Chandler as she brings it up the other way. Grayson gets it into Chrisman. And then rebound there by number 11. If you can.
Siboney Pina.
There you go. And it looks like Heights kind of running a little bit of zone defense. Usually they're a man-to-man, but they play a little zone. There's the rebound there for Brooklyn Williams. She's getting it up to Chandler. Chandler's going to take it all the way. No foul there. Goes down kind of hard. Here's Ziegler for three.
Just a little off.
And Chandler gets the rebound. Is going to throw it back. I got to call the foul on that one.
Yep.
I think the referees, 40-6, you don't really want to call too much, but you got to call the foul when it's there. So foul on number 11.
Siboney Pina. There we go. Junior, 6 foot.
At the line, Nia Chandler, her first 2 points of the night. Or correction, first point with that free throw. Has an opportunity to make 2 if she can sink this one. And she makes them both. Going back in the first half stats for the Falcons, Stanley with 6, Randall with 14, Mayberry with 9, Grayson with 4, Jackson with 5, and Takia Prophet with 2. I don't know if you can quickly maybe look at some of their points. I know you got to run the clock, and you're trying to do the best you can there.
Yeah, sorry, guys. It's a few things going on. Well, we do have Pina with 2. It looks like we have.
Stop the clock there. Foul. We got a foul here, so let's see.
Resendez with 3, and then Guyton with 1 point.
And looks like that foul is going to be, well, it says number 11, but it can't be number 11.
That's still from earlier. That's on West.
Yeah. Sometimes it's hard for, there's 33. It's going to be on Chrisman. Chrisman picks up her first foul. And that's Pena at the line.
Yes.
Takes her time and looked like a good rotation, good release. Just didn't go in for her. Jasani pushing it up to Grayson. Grayson's going to be fouled. Looks like going to be going to the line shooting 2. Corey Grayson, a 5'4" junior.
In the past, she's been a 3-sport athlete. She did cheer, and she was a track athlete.
Grayson did?
Yes.
Okay.
So
I did not know she was a cheerleader.
Yeah, she did it for sure her freshman year, and obviously then last spring we lost our track season due to the lockdown. But
yeah,
I was looking pretty good as a sophomore. We had quite a few girls coming back. It looked to be a pretty good team.
You're coach. You're one of the track coaches. What do you coach, Jared?
Yes, I actually coach shot put and a little bit of discus with Coach Moss. Coach Moss is our head throwers coach, and I just kind of assist him. So
there you go. And our head coach is Coach Rajiv Foster, right?
Yeah.
Which is one of the assistant coaches for the girls basketball team.
Correct.
He's down there in the front row with his arms crossed there, right behind the ball, actually, right there on that screen.
Yeah. So he actually has coached girls several times. This is a second stint. Coach with
Coach with the
Pulliam.
boys, yep. Coach with the boys, too.
and
There's
again with the
Chrisman with her first 2 points of the night. How long's Palmer been the coach? Do you remember?
Palmer, I believe, it's got to be around 4 years. If I were to guess, I'd say about 4 years since Coach Pulliam retired and moved on.
Here's a steal here. Grayson's trying to get, going down hard as Chandler.
And a turnover.
And, yeah, just a little turnover right there.
Both teams have been a little sloppy with the ball tonight. So
Yes.
things has been kind of flying around, bouncing everywhere. They fixed the clock here, sorry.
Oh, you're right there on it, man. I looked down and it was 5 minutes. I try to look at down there every once in a while. I've got the monitor right here next to me that I can see, make sure that we don't miss something. Like I knew exactly when we lost the camera because it went black because I have the monitor right here beside me. Here's a long outlet, not going to be there. It's going to be broken up by Jackson. And Jackson's going to go off the glass for 2. She's got 7, had 5 in the first half. Yeah, if you want to, Dalton, if you want to take over and run the scoreboard, then we lost a commentator. One of my commentators didn't show up, so.
Okay, well, that'll make my job a little easier.
There you go. So now we got Mr. Ritter. Mr. Ritter was upstairs running the non-varsity games upstairs, and he come in here and just check on us, and thank goodness he did because I totally forgot that he was even up there. Once we started these games and the student didn't show up, I'm like I was doing both things. And but we really tried to, provide this for all the parents and the people who can't be here. Sometimes we get, there's Grayson with the long drive but can't get it to fall. They're going to say jump ball. Looks like possession arrow is going to West High. We had to, sorry about the chat is no longer in use right now. People abuse it and just say weird, wrong things that not school appropriate, so we just turned it off. Sometimes it's pretty good, and they ask great questions, and we get feedback. But tonight we had to shut it off. I think that's the second time we had to shut that off. Oh, let me see. Attaboy. Last name Attaboy. That's what she told me to say.
All righty.
I was like, how do I pronounce it? She said, just call her Attaboy. I said, okay. That's.
Edewomie, that's what I would have gone with, but that's all right.
Yes.
Attaboy, that's what we can go with. Nine with the steal.
And Randall's done an excellent job tonight, really slowing things up, taking her time, really trying to find her teammates. I commented on that early in the game. She's really been looking forward to her teammates getting the ball to them. Here's Stanley with the drive, little jumper, too strong.
And that's what you try to do in a game like this. You try to work on some of those things, fundamentals, team chemistry, really try to clean some of those things up. So I know Heights has really put an emphasis on that. At least that's what it seemed like.
Stanley for 3, just a little bit too short. Been a little off tonight with her, well, I say off. She has 2 3-pointers. That's her only 6 points. So, but she's usually making at least 3, probably 3 or 4 3-pointers each night. Really always got the hot hand, and Heights is really backing off on the pressure here. We're up by 40 right now. There's an automatic running clock when the points get to above 30, but it's only in the 4th quarter. So right now it's still the clock will stop just like any other time on any foul. Ball goes out of bounds, all those things. And there's the clock stops there. But in the 4th quarter, when it's up by 30, the clock will just continue to run. We'll be out of here pretty quick after this once we start this 4th quarter here in about 2 minutes or so.
Look to West here to run some good sets, try to work on a couple things. Obviously no one likes to lose, but you got to try to get better no matter what. It's a long season, still a lot of weeks ahead. And
there's some teams out there, Heights is one of the top teams in the state in the last several years. And especially this year with Randall and Stanley, they're one of the top teams in the state. And West High just kind of starting to trying to build that program up a little bit. And, their coach is not going to quit. He's going to continue to fight. And I'm sure that's what he's trying to tell his players too. Here's a quick look to Mayberry, and gonna be fouled. Mayberry misses that rebound. She just kind of laughs it off a little bit, but.
So we've been pretty lucky at Heights, replacing number 4, obviously replacing Taylor Jamison, who was a really good basketball player.
Yeah, and Taylor, she's up at
George Mason.
George Mason. I was getting ready to say George Washington, but it's George Mason.
Yes.
The Mayberry makes that one. She's got 10 points now. She had 9 there in the first half. And looking to make it 10 right here with this free throw. And she does. 10 points there for Mayberry.
So we've been pretty fortunate. There's been some good freshmen. There was some off of last year's team that was really good. Obviously, they lost Taylor Jamison. Another one was Ashton Conley.
Yeah, Ashton, is she at Butler, I believe,
Butler,
right?
I believe so. I think she's playing soccer and basketball.
Yeah,
I think she signed late to maybe do dual sport. Want to be a dual sport athlete, which is kind of tough, but
it is at the college level. But maybe at a junior college, probably 2 years. For 2 years, you could probably do that. But if you're going to go on the D1 or D2s, you might have to make a decision on what you want to do. For sure.
More than likely, But her and her sister are both good athletes here.
Yes.
I think they could probably deal with the stress and everything that comes with being multi-sport athlete in college.
That foul there was Kayana Stanley. That's her first foul. Heights is still looking to try to get back. Ziona Walker, she blew out her knee in the last game of the season last year, and I thought she was kind of on track to come back. And then I saw her today in the hallway, and she's back on crutches, and I was like, well, hey, man, I'm sorry to see. There's Lanaya Randall for 2 more. She's got 16. But Walker, I was like, well, what, you're back on crutches. And she's like, yeah, they had to go back in to kind of fix some things, meniscus or something like that. Do you know any more about that?
Oh, I don't know anything in particular. I do know that sometimes with those things you do get some scar tissue, and maybe they want to go in there and just clean it out. And it's always long term. They're trying to think, especially with a young kid like that, they want to make sure that it's not going to be an issue in 5 or 10 years. They want to make sure they get a long, good life out of that knee.
Well, especially for her, she's just a freshman last year.
Sophomore.
She's
a junior now.
I have a sophomore now. No?
I know she's a junior.
She's a junior now, so she played her freshman and sophomore years.
Yeah, her and Stanley are the same age.
Okay. I thought she was just okay. So anyway, but she's still got another year left, and definitely the way she plays, probably going to be 4 years of college ball.
Oh yeah.
For her, so you definitely want to make sure that she a block right there for Randall. There at the end of the third quarter. And at the end of 3, Heights 54, West 6. We'll turn it over to the Heights cheerleaders. All right, here we go. Start the fourth quarter. It is over a 30-point lead for the Falcons, so we'll have the running clock. So this game will probably end pretty quickly. And we appreciate the 42. It looks like on our end it says 42 that are currently watching this game right now. We appreciate you guys watching. And sorry we couldn't have the chat on there, but got a little out of hand and we had to turn that off. Remember, after the conclusion of this game, we will stop this live stream. And if you want to watch the Heights and West boys play, here's a steal by Mayberry as she's going to take it, going to get it off to Randall. Randall a little bit too strong, gets her own rebound, going to be fouled. But we'll stop this live stream and we'll come right back with another live stream on our channel with the Heights and West boys.
Looks like Harmon with the foul.
Randall at the line, shooting 2.
Randall has 16 points here tonight. Had 14 in the first half, 2 in the second quarter, and a little short there on that free throw.
Those of you who are wondering at home, the clock only stops, I believe, for injuries or timeouts.
Correct.
If that's the same as football. So that is one of kind of things. So don't be surprised if there's some fouls. Like we said earlier, usually you wouldn't call too many in a game like this, but sometimes you don't mind calling them here in the fourth because the clock's going to run anyway.
Yeah, the clock's going to run anyway. That was the last points right there was Takia Prophet got the nice rebound and put back. And yeah, so Mr. Ritter will try to keep the time up to date. Oh, nice, almost a three-pointer, but a little bit too long. Randall quickly looks it up to Mayberry. Mayberry put a couple move and gets it to fall. Mayberry. She's got 13. And Mayberry with the steal and save gets it up to Stanley. Stanley going to take her time and try to get maybe her last bucket. Here's all the starters getting ready to come back in the game to finish this one out, it looks like.
Mayberry,
there's Mayberry for 3. She's got 16 already. She might, well, she's tied with Randall. Randall has 16. And they're going to substitute it out. Referees like, we don't want to waste any more time, especially when the clock doesn't stop. Let's get these other players in.
We took a timeout. Must have. We stopped.
No, I think the referee just said let's make the substitutions. He just kind of rolls his hands, which is basically just a quick substitution. He just stopped the game. I mean, he wanted to. Most of the time you don't do that, but you know, in a game like this, when you want to try to get everybody in the game and play, and
just off the left there by Simonier.
Okay, there you go. I was kind of confused there as Wes was trying to throw it in, and then I was like, well, why is Heights putting the pressure on? But it was actually Heights' ball.
Yeah, sometimes after halftime you forget which end you're supposed to be at.
I always remember the second half in basketball, you always go towards your bench.
See, there you go.
Oh, Crispin wow. With one off the glass. She's got 4 points. So that's always something I've just kind of learned. Second half, you always go towards your bench so the coach can be down there.
That makes sense.
And,
late game situation.
Late game situation, stuff like that. You're down there giving them instruction on the offensive side. Now, defense, you're on your own. Because, Palmer, if he's trying to coach the girls down there on defense, he's way on the other end over there. And West pulls it out, just trying to work on some of their motion plays.
3. That was Corliss. Again, just a little long. West been a little off tonight.
Ziegler for 3. Too strong. Crispin there with the rebound. And there is just a little off as Jackson. Crispin with the rebound, and I believe Crispin's going to be fouled. So you'll see the clock will continue to run. I think our clock is a little fast. There we go.
Foul.
Crispin's got 4 points. Looking to make it 5. Yeah, we're right on the clock now. Mr. Ritter was correcting it there, so you might see things changing. And then Crispin makes the second one. She's got 5 points for the 5'9" freshman. You need to get her out throwing. She looks like she could, throw the shot, throw the discus.
Well, if you ever talk to Coach Moss, we always try to tell girls there's a lot of track money for girl athletes out there. So if you're a girl and athlete and you would like a college scholarship, there's a lot of money out there for track, especially throwers.
The scholarship money. That's just Sonny Jackson that got that 2 points, and she's going to get an opportunity for a 3-point play with this free throw. And that's the thing. Like, I know I always used to see you guys down there talking to people after school as kids are coming out and and you know, hey, what do you do?
Wow,
Introducing yourself. We're trying to recruit for your program, you know.
Yeah.
I always used to see you guys doing that and talking to people, and we just don't get that right now.
Well, that's made it. I think that's hard on all sports right now, and all schools has been not having kids in the building, not being able to get them. It's so much easier to get a kid. You know, if you're already here, bus brought you. Instead of you just getting to go home, you just go down and go to whatever athletics you're doing and go to practice. So I know that's been tough. I think it'll be good getting back in the building here this coming week. Be good for track. Again, we've had some really good track athletes around here in the past. But like I said, it's just, you know, we're always trying to get. The beauty about track is there's an event for everybody.
Yeah.
So, you know, whether you're quick, whether you're fast, whether you're long, short, doesn't matter. Well, we can find something you'll be good at. And
jump, throw. Yeah, exactly. Here's Brooklyn Williams with the drive. And no good.
Good rebound there by Davis.
Going to be travel. That was Jackson called it out as soon as the referee blew the whistle. She was saying travel. And Jackson's going to be throwing it in here underneath the basket. Already just a minute and a half. Chrisman for 3.
Right on the line.
Oh, right on the line. It was hard to tell there from this angle. But, yeah, what do you think about the winter sport athletes? We're starting school next week, but they can't come back.
I get what the school board's doing with it. So they're trying to keep safe. Obviously, you know, any of the kids that go to practice, you are kind of exposing yourself to another larger group of people. And so I think, again, with the contact tracing, they're just trying to make sure that if you're a kid in class, you know, you're not going to have to go quarantine because – you know, someone else is doing athletics. So hopefully our numbers as a county can go down because once we get under, is it 8%, maybe 5% positive rate, I think all the athletes can come back and be in class, even if they're, you know, obviously even if they're playing a high-risk sport or medium risk.
Yep. I know right now the only winter sports that can actually come back are the cheer and the dancers because they are not stunting, not touching, not doing any types of lifts while we are practicing and performing and wearing our mask when we do perform. So those are the 2 sports right now that can actually come back because, like I said, we don't have any type of ball or anything that we're sharing or touching. We stay away from those 2 things, and that's going to be it right there as the clock runs down. And there's going to be a foul. They'll just put in the books, but nobody's going to shoot any free throws. And that is the ball game. Heights 70, West 6. Mr. Jaradat, we appreciate you. Maybe we'll have you back for the boys game.
We'll see.
All right, hey, again, we're going to stop the live stream, and we'll be back with the boys game here in just a moment.